Hello everyone and welcome back. It's good to have everyone tuning in again. Welcome back to week number 5 of our distance learning experiment. This is the week 5 calendar for English 9 students. If you're not an English 9 student, this calendar is not for you. We're going to take some time to talk about what the work is going to look like this week, and we're also going to talk about some changes to our course model because the environment has changed a little bit. Since our last video a couple weeks ago, because last week was spring break, we probably heard that the rest of the school year was canceled. And that creates some new challenges for us, but also some new opportunities. So let's review what our course is going to look like between now and the end of the year. Then we'll jump into the calendar, and then we're out of here. First thing that we want to remember is that pretty much most of what we've been doing is what we're going to continue to do. You're going to get a new video every Monday, and that's going to explain the week's work. You are expected to complete work on Monday and Wednesday for English class, and this work is going to take you around an hour or so to complete, and then everything that you create you're going to submit to Turnitin.com. Now I'm going to provide you with a bunch of feedback, but again, none of this work is for points exactly. Now this work is super important because it supports you as a reader and writer, but it also is going to be extremely handy next year and the year after that. These skills are really foundational, so we want to make sure we're taking this work seriously. Now there are some new things that we're going to add into the mix. The most important thing is a sort of video office hour or a video conference period. This is an opportunity for all of us to get together in the same virtual space and talk to each other, and I can respond to you in real time and you can talk to each other in real time. Now I don't know when this time is going to be, but I'm going to clarify that in the group chat so that if people have certain scheduling concerns that I need to be made aware of, then we can just work that out ourselves. Alright, so again, we're going to do work on Monday and Wednesday. You're going to get a video every Monday explaining the week's work. By Friday night of each week, you're going to turn your work into Turnitin.com, and then we have a video conferencing time available for anyone who needs it. Aside from that, it's business as usual. We're just going to continue to work on stuff, and I think that's pretty cool. Today is a really exciting day because it's the start of a brand new unit. This unit is going to last for approximately 2 weeks, and it's an introduction to poetry. Now what this means is we're going to take a lot of stuff we've already learned about poetry from our previous classes, and we're going to build on it. Not only are we going to learn about a couple poets who I think are really important, but we're also going to be learning about some key terms that will be of use to us later on when we read Romeo and Juliet, a very famous play by William Shakespeare. But we're also going to be applying those terms to poems we've never seen before, and we're going to be learning about some cool poets. Now let's get into the calendar, and we can talk specifically about what it is we're going to be tackling this week. Okay, so this week, week number 5, looks like this. For Monday's class, we're going to be reading the introduction of the poetry unit calendar. Now, you can go to the website and find this document and just read through the introduction. Typically we get new calendars when we start new units, and those calendars are helpful because they begin with an introductory blurb that kind of sets the stage for what we're going to be doing and why that work is important. I'd like you to go to the website and check that document out and just read it. When you're done with that, you're going to be working with a poem by an American poet named Billy Collins. Billy Collins is still alive. He travels all over the world. He's a pretty well-known American poet, and I think his work is pretty cool, and you might think so too. So check out this poem, Introduction to Poetry. I just want you to read it out loud a few times to yourself, and when you're done, you're going to respond to some guiding questions that are also posted online. Your responses to those guiding questions are going to be posted to Turnitin.com, and that is Monday's work. Alright, for Wednesday, what you're going to be doing is reviewing the Essential Terms Poetry sheet. Typically, if we were in class, we would go through these terms as a class and you would define each one by looking up all the terms. But I don't know that that's really necessary now, so I saved you a bunch of time. I created a sheet with all the terms filled in. All I want you to do is just familiarize yourself with those terms. That's important. When you're done with familiarizing yourself with those terms, and some of them are probably review, I want you to check out a website. This is kind of a weird website, but I think it's really cool. It's by an experimental artist who goes by the name Slinkachoo. Now, the reason that I want you to check out Slinkachoo's work is because it asks us to think about perspective. It asks us to think about point of view. When we see his photographs of his street artwork, where he's working with miniatures, it gets us to see the world in a different way. Now, once you've looked at some of his artwork, I want you to review the poetry point of view assignment, the point of view poem assignment, also posted to the website. And I want you to practice writing your own poem. But you're going to do it from the point of view of somebody or something that is not a human being. So if you want to use Slinkachu's photography as a source of inspiration, maybe write a poem after one of his photographs, then definitely do that. If you want to take it in a completely different direction and do your own thing, that's cool too. But you want to follow the instructions posted to that assignment sheet. You're going to post your work to Turnitin.com. Okay, so that's it. Monday's work, we're introducing ourselves to this new poetry unit. We're working with Billy Collins, and then we're going to read one of his poems and write a response to it. For Wednesday, we're going to be familiarizing ourselves with some new terms. We're going to be looking at some cool photography by an artist named Slinkachu, and then we're going to be writing our own point of view poem. And again, that assignment is posted to the website. When you're done writing your poem, you're going to post that to Turnitin.com, and then you're done for the week. Again, I thank you for your continued engagement. Thank you for your time and your interest. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me personally, or you can post your question to the group chat. So yeah, that's it for this week. We'll see everyone next week. Until then, be good to yourself, be good to everybody else, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.